Test. All right. I think we're ready. Just in time for the kickoff. All right, guys. Hello. Welcome. Golden All Angels. And we have started here just in time. Spain, Austria. The matchup has begun. We got ourselves what should be an interesting match here between two UEFA clubs. Once again, you'll be seeing angle of my head going off to the side a bit. I'm looking on from a screen on the right. Got it affixed to Telemundo, because that is the network that seems to be a little easier to reach with an antenna. But all right, here we go. Austria already going on the attack, trying to cross into the box. Unable to succeed, but it goes right back to them. Kicking on their keeper's left side. It has been taken, and Spain is now going on the counterattack. Ball swung all the way to the far left side before finally kicking back to the middle. Shot taken right from the top of the box. Very easily saved. It didn't have a lot of speed behind it, but we are off and running here. Very eventful first minute there. Both teams immediately trying to gain a measure of control early on in this match. Alright, just making some adjustments here. There we go. Alright, I think we should. There. Alright, so Austria now going back with the ball. So, again, for anyone following, I will be doing a different left to right depending on where we're going. It's in relation to the team's keeper. So the same way that you would dub your left back on the keeper's left side, I will do the same as well and follow through. So when Spain, who is currently moving from left to right on the screen, has the ball, their left backs, their left centers, all of that will be on the top half of the screen, and that would put everyone on the right side down on the bottom. It's the reverse for Austria, going from right to left, where to their keeper's left, the left side would be on the bottom half of the screen, and vice versa. So here we go. Austria off to somewhat aggressive play style here early on, though it looks like they might be trying to adjust here now. A lot of passing back and forth. The strategy in place seems to be just of creating an opportunity early. They did get a run up and tried to kick from the ground into the box, but too many Spanish players running up alongside it. It was fairly easy to intercept. That is where the ball probably does have a much better shot if it's in the air, but understandably, Austria is trying to go for the more accurate kicking setup. I understand that, but it is, when you're going for accuracy by keeping it on the ground, you are making it much more susceptible. And there's a throw in from Austria, goes into the box, headed away by Spain. Ball goes to the backs of Austria, who are standing just in front of the midfield, except for the center back. They are just behind midfield at the back of the center circle. The rest of them are following suit. And now, once again, we're back in the middle third. Austria is no longer in attack mode. They are trying to set up. 4 minutes in here, ball was stolen by a Spanish player, and now once again running through, going to the left side. Will they be able to get an open look? No, the ball was too slow. Austrian players all in front of it, deflected immediately. The ref says play on as the Spanish player goes down. Finally take a kick at it, and it goes straight out of bounds. It is, I believe that will be a corner, because it looked pretty obviously like it went off of an Austrian player. Yeah, that could have been a PK if the ref had seen fit. I think they made the right call not to, though, because they were both players were making a move on the ball, and Spain's player was off balance anyway. In any case, they're getting a corner instead of going into the box. They kick to a player just outside, give and go, kick back in, knocked away by an Austrian player. Now they're running their way up. But so many of the Spanish backs were still in place, it is very difficult to really gain momentum. Ball just gets launched across the field. An Austrian player is able to save it down on the left side. Sends it back. Here we go. Now it's a lot of play moving on along the left side of the field. So we can get into the backfield once again as too much pressure from the Spaniards. Was almost stolen again by a Spanish player, but he was not able to get enough of a foot on it, so it just rolls harmlessly back to the backfield of Austria. They're still in control of it. A kick forward. This could be an opportunity, but the Spanish keeper, seeing it, chased it down. I think he wanted to pick it up, but it got very dicey. He was right at the edge of the goalie box and was in danger of reaching down with the ball outside of the box. Yeah, going back and look at the save that was made by Austria's keeper. Yeah, again, not particularly difficult on this one. It was a pretty straightforward move to make. All right, so looking through here. And I will be going back and forth with just some recaps of things from yesterday. For those that were not here for the live yesterday, missed quite the insane finish as the English national team spent almost 75 minutes of the match, definitely well over an hour, trailing to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, to the point that the odds were very much against them, and an actual regulation victory was down to just barely over 15%, I think, before they reeled off 2 goals in one go. There's a shot from Spain, but it doesn't even, a keeper doesn't have to make any play. There are white jerseys for Austria just packing the center of that box right now. Very little ability to move. But yeah, English victory there sets them up for a match with Mexico. And then the lower left part of the bracket, which is where the Spain and Austria match is also taking place, came down to 2 fairly ridiculous games. Belgium trailed 2-0 to Senegal for a large portion of the match. Like, it was 1-0 Senegal through the first half, and it was 2-0. Oh, there's a corner, goes up high. They're calling for another corner. That was off of an Austrian player. So Spain getting a corner here coming up. Yeah, it was wild. Senegal was up 2-0 after 51 minutes, and we're still ahead 2-0 85 minutes into the match, to the point that you just kind of assumed it was done. And then suddenly, 86th and 89th minute, within 4 minutes, the lead was gone. And then, seems like it was destined for penalties. Belgium slips a goal in off of a PK in injury time of the second half of extra time, like 120 minutes plus 5. It was in injury time that they drew the PK. And yeah, just a crazy game all around. Belgium managing to steal a victory, or even just steal extra time in a game that seemed basically done, and then steal victory in a game that seemed destined to go to penalties. So just overall a wild match. Very disappointing result for the CAF, as that's 2 of their teams that went out in devastating fashion. There's a punch away by Austria's keeper. Still not all the way out yet, and it's finally been kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for Spain here, almost 10 minutes into this match now. It was not a perfect day for UEFA, though, as Bosnia-Herzegovina went down 2-0 to the USA. This is in spite of the fact that it was 1-0 at the time Falorin Balogun managed to get a red card, a direct red. Thought the game might become interesting. Instead, USA just pulls out a second goal late off of a free kick. And so, worked out for them. Team USA now will get ready for that match with Belgium. Based on what I saw, Team USA probably should win that match at home, but they now are missing a player. So that we will see exactly how things are affected. Red card basically means you are suspended for the next match. So that basically covers through the Monday round of 16. He would be eligible again for the quarterfinals should they beat Belgium without him. But yeah, very stressful situation created there. Spain's still very much on the attack, but not really getting into the box. I've been waiting to see them piercing through, but once again, just hovering on their left side, trying to get in. Ball is forced out. This will be another corner kick. Later today, this game's winner will know their opponent. At 4 p.m., Portugal and Croatia will match, with the winner going to face the winner of this match. And then to conclude the day, at 8 p.m., again, these are all Pacific time, Switzerland will match with Algeria, which feels like a very late start time, honestly. So right now it's 9:12 p.m. So if we went another 8 hours, it would be 5 in the morning. Sure. That's not great. And Algeria's time wouldn't be that far off. So yeah, it's just a very early morning match. It seems like an inconvenient match time. Alright, so here we are, 12 minutes in. We have an Austrian player down just on the outside of the field. Bosey's getting up, and he will be taking the ball for a throw-in. Ball had gone out while being challenged. Referee is giving a warning, it looks like, to a couple of the Spanish players. Captain is in the space. It will not be a throw-in, it will be a free kick. The give and go right back. Swings it over to the defensive backfield. Ball is deflected out. That'll be a throw-in. This match, incidentally, taking place at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. I believe they're just referring to it as Los Angeles Stadium, which, at least it is slightly different from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, which is the actual LA Stadium. Ball kicked back. Spain takes control and sends it back to their keeper. He's giving it back to the backfield, and now it is time to try to set up some type of sustained attack. To give you an idea of how overwhelming of a favorite the Spaniards are here, as we are looking at nearly being 15 minutes in, Google has been doing live win probabilities. They're calculated out, so I have been relaying that to let people know in real time where we are. The Spanish national team is the heavy favorite here. 70% shot at regulation victory. Ball is stolen there. Spain's able to seize enough control to at least get it back to their keeper. Austria only has a 10% shot at winning in regulation, and there's a 20% chance of the game going to extra time. All right, now it's moved over to the right side. But there is no one available to kick forward to. The ball just kind of ends up in no man's land. But there's a whistle anyway as a Spanish player has gone down. A solid effort there. We are now about a third of the way through this half here as we approach the 15-minute mark. See. Just to let you know, my live broadcast is 2 seconds faster, so 15 just hit there, and it was 14:58 on the screen. So we are slightly off timing-wise. All right, Spain pressing here. Pass goes long, ends up back at the feet of Austria, who tries to push forward, but the ball goes long, goes right back to the Spanish backs, who have to move towards the sideline. Ball ends up getting sent out of bounds, but I think they're going to call a free kick before that due to the Austrian player pulling him down. Long kick stolen there by the Austrians. And here we go, another counterattack coming. Too much pressure coming from the Spanish team. You can see Spain's players are very speedy. They're very coordinated. This is much different from something that the Austrian team was seeing in their group stage. They've had to retreat here quite a few times just due to not having the ability to really accelerate past them. Now, because this match is in Los Angeles, even though there is technically a roof on the stadium, they will almost certainly be doing a hydration break here. The way it has looked, it seems to be the first neutral stoppage following the 22-minute mark in each half. So, got about still 5 minutes of play here before that would happen. See here. Okay, here. So, here comes an attack again. Kicks into the box. Austria tries to do a header. Oh, it was just long. He tried to use his head to knock it into the goal. I don't think it ever actually reaches his head. Yeah, no, it was about maybe 6 inches too far at his fullest extension. So, not by much, but this is a game of inches, and those inches are 6. We go pressing through here. Been kicking through. It is too long. It runs behind the third man who was running. And the whole play has to be reset. They're currently positioned on the left side, on their left side. Attempt is made to get it back to the center. Are they going to swing it? Looks like they are. They're moving to the right side. Nope, give it back to the center back. Now they're continuing the swing. Ball is now on the far right. So will this be their opportunity? Long ball. That was bending in a way that it might have had a chance to actually go into the net if the opportunity had arisen where the goalkeeper wasn't paying attention, but he absolutely was. Pulls the ball in, and that pretty much ends the challenge. Just looking at some business here. Tell a lot of people very invested. I'm in a dead ball space right now, but it is going to be a free kick to Austria. Here we go. Ball pressed forward. Austria's brought it all the way over to their right side. Still on their own defensive half of the field. They're trying to get a pass to open up to try to go on the attack here. The odds of a draw have gone up, or extra time have gone up slightly up to 21, but still really no odd shift here as we've gone 20 minutes. Sans any goal scoring. It does seem like we've entered a groove here. Ball had gone out. Spain throws it in and immediately sends it back to their keeper to try to reset the play. Hydration break is likely closing in the next 2 minutes. So far, only one shot that the keeper has had to save, and that was the Austrian keeper, and it was not particularly difficult. But there have been technically 3 shots total. None of them have been Austrian. Ball has gone out of bounds there. As it gets kicked forward, Austria was able to get in their backfield, try to press it forward, and the ball goes into a 50-50 spot and rolls out. Ball gets thrown a distance. Spain swings it back to their left side. Ball is currently going back and forth between the midfielders and the left back. Now going very much across to the right winger with a long ball. He's able to maintain it staying inbounds, and the passing around is forced to move backwards. So here comes the swing back to the left, seeing if anything can materialize in the other direction. Ball gets kicked into the box. It was briefly possessed by a Spanish player, but not with any type of control where they could shoot, and the ball just ends up rolling into the purview of the Austrian goalkeeper who picks it up. Ball is kicked up. We are now 22 minutes in, so realistically, a stoppage should lead to the hydration break. Okay, here comes the move. Ball's passed back. Spain is controlling it well. They've actually had the possession nearly 60% of the time. Just haven't been able to get an opportunity. This could be one. No. They kicked it forward, hoping that their striker on the right side would be able to take the shot. However, the ball was just too fast, and before you get to it, the Austrian keeper ran up to it and shut it down. Ball from Austria, kick, blocked, stays in, ball has gone out of bounds. I think this is where they're going to call for the hydration. It's usually on the throw-ins, and yep, that's what it looks like. We are going to hit the pause here as they go into hydration break. It's good. That gives me a chance to grab some more hydration over here. So I shall return by the end of the hydration break. Okay, I think we're back to here. All right. There we go. Right, we're back into action. So it looks like about 3 minutes of break time, though it's still technically going. It might be closer to 4. He still doesn't throw the ball into play. And there it is. Ball is on the field again, so now time is going. I believe it was just past the 23-minute mark where they blew the whistle, and it was right at 27 when the ball got thrown in. So that's about what we should expect there. All right, so now, again, ball's still going back and forth. A lot of headers between the squads. There's definitely a lot of jockeying for control now. The ball is alternating back and forth between the center third and the attacking third of Spain. So it's clear who has the advantage in this battle, but the defense is doing a solid job holding for now. And here's an opportunity, and never mind. A big slide on Austria's part, kicking the ball away just before Spain has a chance to shoot that one. And the looks of that is Posh who did that one. We do have the lineups listed here. Simon is the keeper for Spain. Oh, and there's another chance at a corner. Here's a shot, and here it is! When the ball is forced out that corner, the first one didn't work, but it bounced off, and it looks like we're getting the... Never mind. Ref is already pointing to them saying no. So that goal will not be happening. Let's see here. Trying to see what they saw. Okay, I think it's that they moved in and knocked over the keeper ahead of time. Yeah. Yeah, right of way is going to be given to the keeper here, so it is... That goal is waved off since he got knocked over, and the rebound shot happened while he was still very much on the ground. And by the way, the Austrian keeper, Schläger, who plays for one of the Red Bull squads. Yeah, a lot of players here from the Bundesliga over in Austria. You have Leimer playing for Bayern Munich. But yeah, just looking at this squad here, their back line, you got Leimer, Posh on the ends. Alaba and Danso are taking up the center back positions. In your midfield, you've got Schläger and Seewald. Sabitzer, Warner, and Schmid are up in the attacking mid section, and your main striker is Gregorich. Over at Spain, you have Simon, Porro, Cubarsi, Laporte, and Cucurella make up the defensive line. Rodri, one of my players at Manchester City, sitting in the direct midfield. Olmo and Pedri up near the front of the midfield. And then 3 attackers, Yamal, Oyozabal, and Baena. 31 minutes in here. Spain with the ball, once again trying to get back into an attacking position. The ball is currently sitting basically in front of midfield. So Austria still has not been able to manage a sustained attack. So they've pretty much been on the defensive much of this. Now we will say, reason this match is so big is that Spain kind of operates as the default team here to enter the Final Four. I have them being the champion, actually. So, any loss... Ooh, that was a good shot. That Spanish attack from the top of the box goes low at an angle where it looks like they might be able to pooch it past the goalkeeper, but Schleicher is able to just get to it with his hand. The ball rolls off of him, and it goes wide right. So this will be another corner. Long ball coming. Goes into the box. Chance of the header, stuffed. Keeper has picked it up. Just looking at the units here. Yeah, slightly younger unit. I would say probably out of Austria, but not by much. Even that might not be completely true because they do have three players significantly past 30. And actually, looking at it, never mind there because we got an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old starting for Spain. So. Austria has taken it to their attacking half. Still hasn't been able to really do much, actually getting it to come forward, though. At the current moment, the chances of victory for Spain remain largely identical. Remember, we said it started at 70. It has dropped to 68. So, barely any motion, and it was all towards extra time. The odds of Austria getting the goal have not improved from their 10% almost 20 minutes ago. And a lot of that's just based on the fact that Austria has still yet to actually fire an official shot, let alone a shot on target where the keeper actually would have to do something. His activity in the match really has been just to set things up for the field players with Spain. In terms of corners, Spain has had 5. Austria has yet to have 1. And it seems like their chance... And now we're also looking at possession here. 55% of possession time belongs to Spain. Only 33 belong to Austria. And just really, while there was a little pressure briefly, it has never actually amounted to a shot. Spanish attacker tries to kick one through the legs of an Austrian player, but it runs into yet another Austrian player. Yeah, they are playing a hard defensive game here, trying to just see if they can get the opportunity out of this. Yeah, it's clear Austria is not going to be able to compete without a busted play. There is definitely a order of difficulty difference here. So Austria is just going to have to be on point defensively and just be ready to guard for 120 minutes. Which, to be fair, they're coming up on 1/3 of that as we're starting to get closer to the 40-minute mark. Here's a chance with a shot. Are they calling it? It looks like they are. That one does count. Spain is off to the races, finally. It took just to the very edge of the 36th minute, but they have recorded the first goal of the match. The expected has finally occurred, and now we'll see if this changes Austria's strategy, because for now you've been content to park it defensively. But now you're going to actually have to take a risk here. Yeah, this was just a gorgeous pass. Goes straight in. An attacker right in the center, and that was a very easy one. And Oyarzabal gets the team's first goal of regulation time. Austria did get counted for a shot here, I did just realize. Not affected much here. At this point, Spain's odds of a regulation victory are sitting at 90%. Even going extra time has dropped to 8%, and Austria only has a 2% chance of a regulation win at the moment. And so, not even 38 minutes in, it's already starting to feel like a potentially insurmountable lead. And Oyarzabal has managed 11 goals in the last 10 matches, according to Telemundo. It looks like they want some more. A lot of crossing the defense, taking a shot, but this one does not have really any difficulty to it, and it's brought down immediately. Yeah, when the goal actually occurred, the keeper didn't even really make a play off of it. There was nothing that he really could do. But he is still playing a solid match. You just have to give him opportunities where he actually could succeed. There was virtually no chance of that goal not going in. The ball is in the defensive backfield of Spain as they attempt to start pressing the issue further, lock things back up into the attacking half. Here's another chance here. Ball is still at the top of the box. They want to play. The Austrians want to play real dead because they think it went off of the Spaniards' hands, but nothing doing. 40th minute here. Still waiting to see if Austria can do something offensively to actually make this intriguing. Because at this point, it does feel like we're going to be on a 50-something minute march to the end of the match here. Excuse me. Drop something there. Got it now. Ball still going through. Ball has gone out. They are saying Austria gets to throw it in. They're holding him off here, waiting for the ball to come back. Now, once again, Spain takes back control of it. At this stage, if you're not on the attack, you might as well just start going into time killer because really not a lot is being mustered out of this. Looks like a free kick is going to be coming through on the play, but it's not that far from the net because... Actually, no. Are they calling a penalty? Where is this going? Oh, no. I thought it was going to be a penalty because they pinpointed the camera directly at the penalty spot, but no, it's a... there was a corner call, just everyone was standing around the dot for a moment. Now they moved into place, ball was kicked. And when Austria tried to get control, the Spanish player just kept running it the same way and kicked it back to the goalkeeper. Very long distance away, but it's clear that Spain is operating also on the idea, we have the lead, let's get ourselves to halftime and set our strategy in place from there. Ball is kicked forward. Austria's players are able to keep it in, but still going back and forth between their defensive line and their goalkeeper. Launching it forward, seeing if they can get something out of this. They still have the ball, and it's up in the attacking third finally. Will they be able to take a shot at the net? Cross comes over. Oh, it went off the wrong side of his body, moved away from the goal. He's not able to take advantage, and a Spanish player has stolen it. Yeah, there are these moments where if Austria was a little more solid with the passing, they might be able to make this interesting. Ball getting kicked all the way through. Finally, back to the Spanish keeper who picks it up. Ball is rolled through, and now Spain with the ball again. Sends it to their left backs. The ball comes up, and he's knocked over. This should be a free kick to Spain. Ball comes up. Now it's over on the right side again. Spain setting it back. Kick from the top of the box. Look at that, crossing it in. Two Austrian players jump up for it and knock it away. We're about 44 minutes in now. If there's going to be something in this half, Austria's going to need to make an adjustment soon. They're controlling it. They've gotten it down to their left side. Now going across to the right. They actually have a chance here. Instead of taking a shot, tried to pass into the middle. Now there's too many bodies in front. Austria's just not being... They're being too timid with the ball. They're just not taking any shots in the actual direction of the goal. Coming up again. They still have it. Now they've gone into the edge of their box. Try to do something from the left side, but defense just leads in. Ball still in now. They have chose to add 4 minutes, so it's the exact length of the time. Because really, this has been a fairly smooth one. There we go. Once again, it's a ball gone through it. And it looks like there was a foul on a 50-50 ball. Spain appears to be getting a free kick. Could this turn into a second one? Here comes an opportunity here for the Spaniards to possibly put this thing to bed very early. Ball is saved. Goes into the air, though. Still not done yet. And here's a second shot. Stopped again by the Austrian keeper. Doing a great job trying to keep this one tight, but his team just not mounting any sustained attack has been the problem. Now ball's still in the possession of Spain. Just moving it back, trying to get something achieved. Nothing has been going well for them. The Austrians. And they finally seized control of the ball. They're going to be able to make some type of sustained attack here. At this point, we are coming up on 3 minutes in. 1 minute left that was added. So if the ball remains in Spain's hands, it's going to remain a very much Spanish effort. It's going to remain Spain in the lead just because there's no shots coming the way of the Austrian team. Now here we go. Potentially another free kick coming. Now, it's from really far back. This is in the defensive half for Spain, so it's not really going to do much. I would assume they're going to start running the timer off because this would be a lot. We're over 4 minutes in here. I think they're going to blow the whistle here as soon as the ball goes into play. Are they going to call for it? They have not yet. Now they have. And time has been reached. We have reached halftime. So as we reach halftime here, Austria and Spain, it is 1-0. And there really does not appear to be much hope for an alternate outcome here. But for the time being, I am going to take a pause for the cause here. Use this as bio break. So I will see y'all back in a little bit. Alright, so real quick here with the odds now largely plummeted here. I will be doing... Hold on. There we go. Alright. Well, this is not really flowing too much. What I gotta do, because I just realized I'll be cutting short on time here. I am going to get set up here for my next couple of Wings of the Angels videos, focus more on NWSL stuff. I just realized I've got a scheduling that's gotten tighter, and so what I will do is I will wrap this here. See what we got here so far. I will be back on here tomorrow. I'm kind of bummed out right now, but yeah, we'll be back on for the Australia-Egypt match at 11 a.m. tomorrow. That should be pretty good, as we'll be going into the lower corner of the bracket. So until then, enjoy your football, enjoy these matches.